What is going on, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it's been a while, but I feel like right now is the best time to come back and just bang out a couple of videos, just freestyle old ways as we used to do it always. Now, it's a very interesting time at the moment because the market is just slowing down a little bit. There's extreme fear in the market, and to be honest with you, I can very much understand why people are so bearish and fearful at the moment. But there's a couple of big points coming up, which I'm gonna be talking about and showing you today. So stay tuned, take a look what's gonna be happening, and you're gonna know if you should be selling all of your holdings, or maybe you should be buying a dip. Alrighty, so let's get started with the Bitcoin daily chart. Now here on Bitcoin, as you can see, we're seeing a lot of red. It's quite red all the time right now. And we lost 100k, we lost 100k level, which was one of the most important levels that we had. But there's a really big but on that moment. Is because I believe we had we still have a CME gap here at 90k, so that would be very interesting if we could fill this one. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of more different things coming out that are gonna be showing us that we're gonna be moving away from the 4-year cycle, and honestly we're just gonna be banging it out over into the end of the year and also towards 2026, and especially inside of 2026. Now here I just have outlined a couple of levels that basically our maximum risk at the moment is approximately 7%. So if we get a daily close below 90k, I would say it's over. Bull market is cancelled. We're going down to 70k, and we're gonna be chopping and ranging and waiting and all sorts of stuff. But to be honest with you guys, I'm very convinced that this is not gonna be the case. And let me tell you pretty much 5 reasons why I believe that the 4-year cycle this time is not gonna be playing out. So first of all, as I said before, we are having right now a very extreme fear in the market. And to be honest with you guys, this makes a lot of sense at the moment because there's a lot of big players. There's BlackRock, there's JP Morgan, there's even MicroStrategy, or even many bigger players coming out and buying into crypto every single day. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And if there's too many other people, if there's too many retail people involved and the retail is still in, that obviously is hurting their own banks. It's going to be hurting their profits, and they want to accumulate at the very moment as much as possible. And to be honest, what we saw, one of the very biggest things that we saw lately was that Powell, he was disregarding Trump, and he was like, no, I'm not going to be cutting rates anymore. And then in September we finally received our first rate cut. Now the biggest thing is, and then we can see it right here, that the traders think, some traders think that there won't be rate cuts in December, but Powell said that the quantitative tightening is ending. That means there's gonna be more capital coming in from the Fed into the markets. There's gonna be more money in the markets. Now I believe Powell is gonna be retiring, gracefully retiring in December, and we should be seeing, to be honest, someone new instead of Powell, which is more aligned with Trump's views of the rates. Now, as you can see right now, we're still at 400 BPS, or let's say 4 basis points, right? As you can see right now, we're still at a 4% rate, where in comparison all of the other countries in this entire world are already down to 2%. Some are even below 1%, and the US is still stuck at 4%. And to be honest, I don't think, and I don't really, I do not believe that this is going to be staying for a long while. And that would mean that we're gonna be seeing cuts, really big cuts going down from the 4% all the way to 3%, all the way to 2%, all the way down to 1%, and maybe even below the 1%. Now, to be honest, below 1% would be wishful thinking, but even if we would already be seeing cuts all the way down, well, at least a little bit lower, at least to 2% or something like that, we would be seeing a huge increase and pump. Now, what we saw right here, we made an all-time high basically right after Powell cut the first time the rates, right? So if we would be seeing more rate cuts, which is very, very highly likely, we're gonna be seeing loads of pumps. Now, what does it mean to us? Because the 4-year cycle would be saying, okay guys, this December 25, same as December 21, same as December 2017, the bull cycle is ending, that's it, it's over, pack it up, let's get it. So that would be one theory, right? But most of the time, all of the other 4-year cycles ended with rate hikes, not rate cuts. And the moment you start cutting rates, Bitcoin is pretty much always pumping. And if we're going to be seeing Powell getting basically retired, we're going to be seeing the ending right now of the quantitative tightening, we are going to be seeing way more rate cuts. This is going to be really propelling us to, I don't know, 200, 250k is what I'm seeing, to be honest. Now, one more thing, which is really important for all of this, is what Trump wants to do with the tariffs. And for that, let's actually listen to Trump saying what he wants to do.
We're going to issue a dividend to our middle income people and lower income people of about $2,000, and we're going to use the remaining tariffs to lower our debt. We're going to be lowering our debt, which...
So this is literally one of the most important news that Trump could have ever said in this entire thing. He wants to be giving $2,000 to every single American in the USA who is lower in middle income, which, I mean, this is what actually matters for the $2,000. And we saw a similar thing happening in 2021 when we saw the stimulus checks coming in for COVID, also from Trump. And to be honest with you, we were seeing huge moves in the market, and it was really insane. It was just propelling the entire bull run. Let me show you that actually it was propelling it like crazy. So if you go on a weekly chart right here, you can see 2021, right? I believe we got the stimulus checks even down here. Is that 21? Yeah. Oh, damn, bro. So yeah, the stimulus came in, I believe, in March or something, and since then we were running up almost at 10x. Now, I mean, take a look, we're basically just a couple of percent above that high, and we're about to see way more rate cuts. We're about to see $2,000 stimulus for once again all of the Americans, and I really feel like there is way too much unreasonable fear in the market, saying, oh my gosh, the bull run is over, it's not a bear market, nothing's gonna be ever happening, nothing ever happens, and so on. I feel like all of these people are wrong, and we're gonna be seeing a huge pump very soon. Alright guys, just for the end, I'm about to let you know that I'm doing all my trades, and if you want to be buying the dip because you believe that Trump and stimulus and rate cuts and everything is going to be pumping our bags, do it on OKX. I'm gonna leave you my link below. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm using it myself. It's a very awesome platform. It really feels not flimsy at all. It doesn't have too many colors. It's very clean, very nice, very professional, and it helps you stick to the normal stuff. You know, if you're doing the trades with your bigger sizes, not the gambling in the trenches. I mean, the gambling in the trenches, you need craziness, but for the real trades, for your actual bags that you're holding for a long time, you don't need that. And you need something clean, you need something good, you need something amazing as the rate cuts that we're going to be seeing. I'm very convinced about that. So use OKX for your buys, guys. Alright, thank you very much for joining into the latest video right now. It was amazing to see you guys again, and I promise you I'm gonna be making more videos very soon. So click that subscribe button and make sure to stay tuned. Tong, peace out.